Cheaters are good at covering their tracks, but they still open themselves up to exposure. And it's your job to stay mindful and vigilant in your relationship. If you notice that a lot of the stuff listed here applies to your partner, then it's time for you to act. Here are 9 signs that your partner is cheating on you. 1. He doesn't acknowledge you on social media. Of course, he's not acknowledging you on social media because he doesn't want other girls to know that he's taken. He's still trying to present himself as a viable sexual partner for other women, after all. These days, social media activity and habits can mean a lot. 2. He doesn't reply to your texts right away reasonably consistently. It's okay if he occasionally doesn't reply to your texts or phone calls right away. After all, he is entitled to have his own life. However, if he's doing it fairly consistently, then maybe he's leading a double life that you aren't aware of. Make sure that he isn't up to anything fishy whenever you're not around. 3. He accuses you of cheating a lot. This is the subtle art of deflection. He is very guilty of the fact that he's cheating on you. And he's trying to project those feelings of guilt off you. But it's not working because you know that your conscience is clear as day. 4. He never leaves you alone with his phone. He doesn't want you to find any incriminating evidence that might be on there. That's where he initiates all of his mischief and misconduct. And he doesn't want you to be snooping around there. 5. He brings up a new move in the bedroom. You and your partner have probably had sex a lot in your relationship. So, it's likely that you're familiar with all of his moves. Naturally, when he tries something new, he wouldn't be so good at it because of a lack of proficiency. That's why it's bizarre if he works something new and he's automatically really skilled at it. Perhaps, he has been practicing with someone else. 6. He develops a disinterest in your sex life. Men are just inherently sexual creatures. The one thing that separates romantic partners from platonic ones is sexual intimacy. And if he's becoming disinterested in you sexually, it's probably because he's getting his sexual fulfillment elsewhere. 7. He has weird changes in his routine and schedule. He has some peculiar changes in his schedule. You begin to notice that he's working late so often. Also, he might be taking a lot of weekend trips out of town even though he never used to do that. He might be using this time away to cheat on you with someone else. And he's trying to cover his tracks. 8. He becomes irritable around you. Whenever the two of you spend time together, it's as if your presence inconveniences him. He seems very irritable, and it's as if you aren't deserving of spending any time with him at all. He's just in a generally bad mood whenever the two of you are together. 9. He acts very secretively about his finances. Of course, he doesn't want you to know about where his money has been going. He has probably been paying for dates and hookups at random hotels. He doesn't want you to get a hold of his receipts. Also, he may be showering his side chick with a lot of gifts as well. Cheating, it's the worst, it's something that you never want to do. Also, it's something that you never want to have happened to yourself. And given if those are the only two choices, pray that you aren't the latter. It's one of the worst feelings in the world to know that you've been cheated on by the one that you love. However, it's not for the reason that most people would think. Of course, it would hurt to know that you've been betrayed. You love someone so much, and you give all of yourself to them. However, they repay you by cheating on you. And that's not a good feeling to have. But it goes so much deeper than that. The real pain that comes from being cheated on is knowing that you were made a fool out of. This is especially true when you get caught off guard. That's why you never want to be blindsided by a case of cheating in your relationship. If you have a partner who is being unfaithful, then you would want to know about it right away. This way, you have some sense of control over the situation. And in the end, it's going to hurt a lot less than just discovering the infidelity by accident. Check out other videos on our channel. It might help you in some ways. Always remember, cheating is a choice, not a mistake.